A special thank you to each of our subscribers who make this channel possible. Here's today's story. In a controversial move that has sparked significant debate, the Trump administration has released more than 240,000 pages of FBI surveillance records concerning the late civil rights leader Martin Luther King Jr. These documents, which have been sealed since 1977, detail the FBI's extensive monitoring of King prior to his assassination in 1968. The release of these records comes amidst objections from King's family and various civil rights organizations, who argue that the files should be viewed with a sense of historical context and empathy. Martin Luther King III and his sister Bernice King, the two surviving children of Dr. King, expressed their deep concern over the release in a statement. They emphasized the personal nature of their father's assassination, which they described as an ongoing source of grief for their family. The Kings acknowledged that the release of these documents could fuel public curiosity about their father's life and legacy, but they urged the public to approach the material with care, stating, "We ask those who engage with the release of these files to do so with empathy, restraint, and respect for our family's continuing grief." The files were made available to the public following a court order that mandated their release after decades of being kept under wraps. The National Archives received the documents earlier this year as part of a broader effort by the Trump administration to declassify records related to significant historical events, including the assassinations of both Martin Luther King Jr. and former President John F. Kennedy. The Office of the Director of National Intelligence, DNI, announced that many of the records had never been digitized and had remained untouched in government facilities for decades. The release includes internal FBI memos, discussions on potential leads in the investigation, and previously unseen CIA records related to the search for King's assassin. Trump's administration has faced criticism for its lack of transparency regarding other sensitive topics, including files related to Jeffrey Epstein. Some critics have suggested that the timing of the release is a strategic move to divert attention from ongoing controversies surrounding the Epstein case. However, not all members of King's family opposed the release. Alveda King, a niece of Martin Luther King Jr., expressed gratitude to President Trump and DNI Tulsi Gabbard for their commitment to transparency. She stated, "While we continue to mourn his death, the declassification and release of these documents are a historic step towards the truth that the American people deserve." The FBI's surveillance of King during his lifetime was extensive and invasive, orchestrated under the direction of then FBI Director J. Edgar Hoover. King's family has long maintained that the surveillance campaign denied him the dignity and freedoms afforded to private citizens. The release of these documents may provide further insights into the circumstances surrounding King's assassination, which has been the subject of speculation and conspiracy theories for decades. A 1999 civil lawsuit brought by King's family resulted in a jury verdict that found he was the victim of a conspiracy rather than the act of a lone gunman, James Earl Ray, who was convicted of the assassination. Ray's own claims of being framed have fueled ongoing debates about the true nature of the events surrounding King's death. As the records become accessible to the public, the Kings have indicated their intention to review the documents for any additional insights that may emerge. The release of these files marks a significant moment in the ongoing dialogue about Martin Luther King Jr.'s legacy and the historical context of civil rights in America. As the nation reflects on the impact of King's work and the struggles for equality that continue today, the release of these records serves as a reminder of the complexities surrounding his life, his activism, and the circumstances of his untimely death. The conversation about the implications of this release is likely to continue as historians, scholars, and the public engage with the newly available information and consider its relevance to contemporary discussions about civil rights and justice in America. That's all for this story. We upload videos every day covering many different subjects, so hit that subscribe button to stay informed. Thanks for watching.